there. In this video I'm going to show you how you can personalize your own light fittings with 3D printed designs. And so I'm going to base it on this particular light fitting, which is 140 millimeters deep and 60 millimeters wide. And you can actually purchase this if you go online and go to eBay, and if you search for LED cube lighting and then just scroll down, you'll find this particular light fitting here, but obviously you can use your own sort of designs. So we're going to use the software Fluid Designer for 3D printing, and I'm going to show you in this example how we can add this extra design here, which is on the top, which is this Enipa curve pattern, and that can be 3D printed and then glued to the actual light fitting. So I've made a mock-up of the light fitting here, so I can create my 3D pattern. And if I just go to view and top view, and so how am I going to do it? Well, using our software Fluid Designer for 3D lighting, if you go to the object library, there are lots of different patterns that you can use and different designs that you can create. I'm going to use a parametric pattern, and if I just click on here, now there are a range of parametric patterns that you can open up. I quite like using the Enipa pattern, so that's the one I'm going to use here. So I'm going to select an Enipa curve pattern here and then click OK, and just click on the desktop to put that one copy of that pattern on the screen there. So it's not in red at the moment. That red color is just something that you can add on for later. And this is also a color that you can actually 3D print in. Now if we open up the properties panel here on the right hand side, what I need to do is go to modifiers, and there are a couple of modifiers already set up with these parametric objects, and these modifiers are basically array modifiers, and I've set up two array modifiers, one to set the columns and one to set the rows. So if I open up set the columns, and if I just change the count, now as you can see the pattern's going round in a circle, and the reason for that is that this object offset here, angular rotation, is selected. If I just remove that, you can see that my pattern just goes across the screen, and that's what I want in this case. And I can change the pattern also by changing this relative offset, and you'll see the pattern changing there. In this instance I'm going to leave it at 0.9. Now once you're happy with the width and that pattern going across, you can open up the rows, and it's the same sort of thing here. You can change the count and you can change the relative offset here, thus changing the pattern. I'm going to leave it at 0.6, and I just replicate that pattern up until it fills up the area of the lampshade. Now I obviously do need two copies of that, one at the top and one at the bottom, like my original, but that's just going to be 3D printed, which you can do at Shapeways, or if you've got your own 3D printer you can print it yourself and then just glue it on. Okay, so that's how you actually create it in Fluid Designer. And if you want the software, if you just go to our website at fluiddesigner.co.uk, and if you just scroll right down to the bottom of the page, you'll see there's some details there of lighting software and some examples, and there are also a number of video clips that you can watch there as well, just by clicking on here. Okay, so you can watch some video clips as well. So that's Fluid Designer for 3D lighting. Thank you for watching.